1200 feet. We are going to north. Scapoose traffic.
1200 feet to the north.
Was he at Scapoose?
I couldn't tell where he was. I don't know that he announced it.
Scapoose area traffic, red and white arrow about 5 miles to the north east. Going to be entering a 45 for a left downwind or a right left downwind for a right pattern for runway 33 Scapoose.
This is 46889 upwind departure, and at 1,100 feet climb, Scapoose traffic.
Scapoose traffic, helicopter 7087 Juliet, 2 miles southeast of the airfield, maneuvering east to enter on the 45 for a right downwind for 33 Scapoose.
Scapoose area traffic, red and white arrow, entering a 45 for a downwind for runway 33, Scapoose. Okay, we got boost pumps on.
Gas.
Gas.
Should be on the right tank.
Right tank.
Undercarriage.
Undercarriage.
Mixture full in. Props full in. 3 in the green.
And maintain what?
100.
Maintain 100. Scapoose area traffic, red and white arrow on downwind for runway 33, Scapoose. Boy, oh boy, is that the crosswind we're going to be fighting right there? So see, I'm pulling back, but I'm going to take some of that off already.
Delta traffic, Skyhawk at 5479 Delta, code 4530. Scapoose traffic, helicopter 7087 Juliet, about 1 mile southeast of the airfield, 550 feet, maneuvering east for the downwind for the 45. We got the red and white arrow in sight, should be no factor.
Scapoose area traffic, red and white arrow, got the helicopter in sky. Boost pump gas, undercarriage.
Mixture prop.
Mixture prop, 3 in the green. I'm going to do a really short.
Traffic, Skyhawk 5479 Delta, downwind for runway 30.
Scapoose area traffic, red and white arrow on base for runway 33, Scapoose. Got 3 in the green.
Scapoose traffic, helicopter 7087 Julia, it's on the 45 for right downwind for Alpha taxiway parallel 33, Scapoose.
Scapoose traffic station 46889 there, about 3 miles southeast of airport, last call. Heading east, Scapoose traffic.
That was almost like my first landing.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, except that I was over there. Second landing was a little harder than that. A little more wonky.
I wasn't even on center line, but I didn't really care. There's a little bit of crosswind that I see it.
I was looking for the sock for the air. I couldn't see it.
Well, there's one down there, one over there, and I think there's one back there. I never did see that Chinese guy up there.
Scapoose traffic, helicopter 7087 Juliet, right downwind.
Oh, he's in the helicopter. That what you got out of that? He must be in the helicopter.
There must be 2 helicopters then.
Yeah, because the other guy, but you know, maybe that he's being instructed and...
They're going to land on Alpha. Might want to...
Bastards are taking up Alpha.
What we did yesterday.
This way?
Yeah.
Alright. Cross the threshold and you turn that off. Did you turn that off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After we landed.
Look at that, sock's blowing pretty good.
Scapoose traffic, Aztec 6787.
But you don't notice it as much over here.
North will
because
be entering right downwind for...
You just don't notice the wind as much over here because
it's so
open.
Yeah, so open.
You're not...
Scapoose traffic, helicopter 7087 Juliet, short final for Alpha taxiway parallel runway 33, Scapoose.
The wind comes off the trees and spirals. And... What time is it?
All right, time to head back.
I just got to make sure that I get back to that guy.
It's 5 o'clock.
We have an hour. Well, we have 45 minutes.
Yeah, but then we have to put the plane away and...
I suppose.
You could probably do a couple landings if you want.
Yeah, let's do a couple landings and then we'll just go around the pattern. I wanted to see how it felt coming in at more of a slide, you know, not going out so far and coming around.
It was a little bit awkward. It felt to me.
Yeah, because you're still turning as you're coming in on the...
Well, not that part. It just...
more rushed?
No, not even that. Just, I don't know, it's not awkward as in awkward bad, but just different. Because you're like approaching the runway almost at a 40, like a 35 degree angle.
Well, I think that if I would have timed it a little bit better, it wouldn't have done that. But
because it felt like, you know, we did.
See that wind right there I was getting? So it's going that way. And as I was coming in, it kept pushing me that way. So I stayed to that side, knowing that I could, you know, because I was already aiming that way, so I could make up more ground if I needed to. You know your cigars?
Yeah, well, those are another one that Jim doesn't use.
Dr. Dan does.
Yep, and that's fine. I like I said earlier, I don't care what Jim. It's not that Jim doesn't use them. Jim wants me to find something that works for me.
Yeah. So cigars is just
controls,
spring clear. They're good. Instruments. So what is this? We got 12.
It's like
right on 13. So we're off here.
Gas should be on the right tank. It is. That's probably right for the altimeter.
Yeah, because we're at 29,
I think.
9 feet here, and that's about what it is. I can't read the sign from here, but...
let's see, gas. Attitude.
My attitude's just fine today.
You're going to use that joke every time.
What?
You're going to use that joke every time. And,
because Rob did. He used it every time.
Every time. Awesome.
Cruise traffic, Aztec, 787 Yankee.
Radio.
Turning.
And then you would say, when you would say undercarriage, you'd say, my underwear. Something like that. You'd use underwear instead of undercarriage.
I would say something like, my undercarriage is just fine, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Radio.
I hope he doesn't want his underwear down.
And seatbelts.
Although he might have been gay, I don't know. Seatbelts are secure. All right, we're good there. And I don't think I'm going to take off with any notch of flaps. Do you need any notch of flap training?
Huh?
I said, do you need any notch of flaps training?
Nah.
All right.
I didn't use any
And they always
yesterday.
say to put the window up too when you're taking off.
There's a... I wonder if that's that commander from yesterday.
Cruise traffic, Aztec, 787 Yankee.
Aztecs.
Final 33. I'll be landing long.
God, he looks like he's screaming, doesn't he?
Yeah, there was a commander coming in yesterday when I was right about here. And I'm like, oh, that's the one like Jim, what's his name? And Jim Gray says, well, yeah, it's the same, but that one's got turbines, and so it uses a lot more gas. That's a Piper too, isn't it? Yeah, Piper Aztec.
Nice looking plane, huh?
Yeah.
The helicopter over there just going up and down like this. Boy, he is landing long.
Way long. I wonder why. I wonder on purpose.
But he doesn't have to taxi so far. He lands short and then you have to taxi all the way to the other end of the field, and it's just easier to fly down there. Alright, so we got...
Traffic, helicopter 7087 Julia, taking off Alpha Taxiway parallel 33 for right close traffic. Scapoose.
Scapoose area traffic, red white arrow, departing runway 33 Scapoose for right close traffic. Elevation 58 feet, yep, we're right.
58?
Yep.
Scapoose traffic, experimental A Quebec Mike. 5 miles north-northeast, landing Scapoose over the river.
So that's 60, I could take off there. And get up.
Yeah, you're right. He pulled in right over there.
Singapore traffic. Helicopter 7087 today. Left downwind. After taxiway. Singapore traffic.
And Scapoose traffic, A Quebec Mike, 1,000 feet on the 45 for 33, Scapoose.
You see him?
Not yet, but he should be right over there.
Scapoose area traffic, red white arrow on Crosswind for runway 33, Scapoose.
Hey, Quebec Mike, looking for the Arrow.
Just took off, looking for you.
I'm still on the 45.
You said you are on the 45 or not?
Yeah, I'm still on the 45.
Oh, there he is. He's 12 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going to go head north. I have you in sight.
Yeah, I've got you in sight. You know, you're faster than me. If you want to just fly over the top of me, as long as I keep you in sight, you're fine.
I'll just do a teardrop coming behind you, no biggie.
Okay, make it a big teardrop. I'm kind of slow.
Scapoose traffic, helicopter 8.
What was he in?
Short final
An experimental something, but it was a high wing, like a Zenith or something. It looked like it looked like almost like a Cessna, but boy, it took me a long time to find that black and yellow. That's what he was.
Black and yellow, black and yellow. All right, so we got to slow this bitch up. So we're going to put our landing gear down. That's going to be a good way to slow us up.
Scapoose traffic, Quebec Mike, turning right downwind, 33 in the grass, stop and go.
See him?
I don't. I lost him again, but he said he was on. Didn't he say he was on base?
All right, Scapoose area traffic, red and white arrow on 45 for a left downwind for runway 33, Scapoose. Where's the little experimental go, Scapoose?
Oh, this is a stop and go. Yeah,
I see
I'm just going to do a stop and go on the grass and stay in the pattern.
12 o'clock.
Stay out of your circuit. Oh, I'm turning right base. I misunderstood your question. Close in.
Got you in sight.
And Scapoose traffic, close in right base, at the helicopter in sight, in the grass, stop and go. Scapoose.
All right, let's get a flap.
For the experimental landing in the grass, we just sit down for you, so you won't mess with us.
Okay, I'll try to stay out of your way. Thank you.
He's just all over the place, isn't he? Dude, I'm doing 80. Trying to wait for him.
He's almost down. He is in the grass. I think he said he was doing a touch and go.
Scapoose area traffic, red white arrow turning base for runway 33, Scapoose.
On the ground. Looks like he's stopping.
Nope, he's going. He's off.
That was weird. Now it's no longer a factor.
Scapoose traffic, helicopter 7087 Julia, taking off from Alpha taxiway parallel 33, following the experimental